The Saints have held Aaron McFarland scoreless in the first half
well,
of play.
That's good, but it's also concerning because if he goes off this half right here and gets going, it's going to be tough for Marymount to deal with. But as you said, Matt, really focusing on him. Don't let him get to score.
You don't want to wake the dragon.
Exactly. Exactly.
Once again, McFarland averaging almost 19 points per game.
With Kamara, I like to see him be more aggressive. I like to see him more aggressive, go in the basket a little bit more. Don't be passive. Not just getting those putbacks, but really trying to attack when you catch the ball in the half court.
Saints with possession to start the second half.
Marymount will have the ball first, moving from our left to our right in the home whites. And the inbound to Rogers. We're underway in the second half. There is Kamara on the left wing. Up top, Rogers thought about a three. Instead, a entry pass to Rucker. Back out to Denko. Three ball on the way, and that's short. Just grazed the front of the rim. McFarland lost his balance, able to get it away. Edmond with it. The freshman barking out the offensive play call. Ellis up top, backdoor cut. Nicely done, as finishing at the rim is Nick Parks.
And a quick turnover there, just a ill-advised pass right there, gets CNU the ball right back.
Edmond down low to Chappell. Spins, can't finish, and Kamara another rebound. Chappell, a great pass on the previous possession, but in close, you expect him to finish on a look like that.
One thing we talk about, Matt, is good teams echo the play call. So if the point guard or somewhere or the coach calls out a play, everyone should call out to echo it. And what that does is it leaves everyone with absolutely no doubt what we're running.
Kamara three from the right wing, and he knocks it down.
And CNU do an excellent job of echoing the call.
Rogers had a three in the first half. That's just the second three for Marymount in this game. Kamara now with 14 points to lead all scorers. Chappell, an easy look over the top of the front by Rucker.
And Matt, that seems to just be really just easy for them, toast on butter right there. And what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to pressure that passer so he can't make that low pass, or they're going to bring in the help defender. And I know they don't want to bring in the help defender because they're focusing so much on McFarland.
Rogers trying to turn against McFarland, stepped on the end line, a turnover. We'll give the ball to CNU.
And one thing that I really admire with McFarland so far here, he's scoreless. He's averaging 19 points a game. So instead of going to panic mode and say, hey, I need to get mine, he's realizing we're playing well, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to let it come to me. So that's a true mark there of a good player.
McFarland looking to go to work, being guarded by Tyga Walker. Edmond, tough shot, off balance, a tip up and in. That's Ellis cleaning up the glass. An 11-point lead now. Rogers held by Edmond. That's his third personal foul. And we'll see what John Krikorian decides to do. It looks like he will stay in for the time being. Kamara takes it to the hole. Shot won't go. And McFarland with the defensive rebound. McFarland going coast to coast, and he lays it in against the tough defense by Rogers. Saints trying to come right back. Rucker to the rim, and they'll say it was a blocking foul on the floor and before the shot.
I definitely, that would have been an offensive foul, but I think where it was positioned, the line there was why it was a block. A lot of the fans down here are a little confused. It looked like Kamara led with his shoulder, which I believe he did. But again, it was being aware of the position on the floor.
Now, Paul, help me understand this, because I agree with you. He was in the restricted area, but at some point you have to be allowed to play legal defense in that area. What's the barometer of what you can and cannot do? You're
right, and it's a tricky one, and so a lot of people get confused, and understandably so. If you're extending your arm or just bullying in there, that's going to be an offensive foul regardless. Not a charge, but an offensive foul. But Kamara has that right to go up, and that's why that line is there.
He hits both free throws, back to an 11-point margin.
And again, I love Kamara, how aggressive he's been this half. That's really what Marymount need. But again, it doesn't matter how aggressive he's going to be if they're not going to continue to box out.
Ellis nearly lost it, got it back. Femi crosses the timeline. Parks looking to get it in. He does to Chappell, top of the key. Back to Femi. Shot clock down to 7. They kick to the corner. Parks to 3. And that's too strong, but pulled down on the offensive glass by Chappell. Spin, put back. No, but a foul called.
And again, Matt, every time they get offensive rebounds, they either get a wide open basket or they get to the foul line. And it can't happen. It continually can't happen. Yeah, I'm going to say I'm so impressed with the play of Tyler Femi. I mean, he's really a general on the court. You know, he's yelling at guys to get, not in a demeaning way, but he said, hey, get to the spot. You know, that's what we're in. And they listen. And that is, to have him, it's not even your starting point guard. To come in and do that is exceptional. That's leadership. That's what that is.
Chappell front rims the first of 2. Talk about Femi, a junior guard from Chantilly, Virginia. Not a guy who scores a lot, as we detailed in the first half. Averaging 22 minutes a game, but has been on the court for the majority of this one as Chappell will head to the bench. Walker will handle it for the Saints. He'll give to Rogers. Entry pass Rucker. And one dribble, and he lost it out of play.
You know, one thing that Rucker's doing is when he catches the ball, I think he's taking too long to make his mind up. And because CNU helps so much with those active hands and deflections, he's got to make his move quicker. He's catching that ball, you know, he's feeling his guy out far too much. I think he's got to make a quick move.
Tough game for Rucker to this point, 0 for 5 from the field. Rogers thought about a deep 3, didn't take it. Here's Danko, backdoor cut, nicely done as Kamara finishes.
Yeah, they're starting to execute offensively, but they have to start getting some stops, and that all comes down to the backboard.
Kamara with a game-high 18 points. Marine, low block. Trying to go up and under, not there. Kicks it back out. Jumper there from Parks from the elbow, doesn't go, and Rucker tips the rebound to himself to control.
Great rebound by Rucker. That's the effort they're going to need from him, amongst others.
Rucker driving. Shot was blocked, but a foul called. Marine can't believe it. Rucker switched back to his natural left hand.
Yeah, I was surprised. He really hit a right hand little hook shot over the rim there, and he chose to go back to his left. It was obviously more comfortable than a left-handed player. It was lucky enough to draw contact.
So Rucker to the free throw line. And way short on the first again. Free throw struggles continue in this game for the Saints, who were just 3 of 7 in the first half. Second one, shooter's touch.
And they've got this game to a single digit now at 9 points. We want to really stay with this.
Edmond brings it across. Saints applying close man-to-man pressure. Marine backing down. Help comes. Shot short, and Rucker pulls down the rebound.
That's great defense. Individual defense by Dimitri Rucker. Great defense.
Rogers, jump pass to Rucker. Rucker spinning. Right-hand shot is blocked away from behind. Marine got a hand on it. And now Walker with the steal. Tygo Walker lays it up and in.
There we go. And they just cut it to 7, Matt. It's a great momentum change they got going on here. And again, Tygo Walker is all over McFarland. Not letting him get free any looks.
Kamara now guarding Femi. Kamara's been on post players for much of this game, but now will play against a perimeter player. McFarland.
Guard.
A floater from McFarland, and that one gets the friendly roll. Tough shot in the paint.
It was. By the way his body language was, I think it's a shot he's used to making. Very confident.
Walker trying to get it to Kamara, nearly turned it over.
You know, Matt, you said at the beginning of the game, you said, you know, what do we do against a great scorer like McFarland? And one thing is to take away all of his options and let him get all his points. Or, which Marymount are doing, the second option is to let the others try and beat you. And that's certainly what Marymount's doing right here.
Rogers over to Rucker. Got his man up and finishes at the rim.
Crafty move with the up and under. And it looks like Rucker's starting to come alive here.
Beasley outside, watched by Tanko. Gibbs trying to find a passing lane. Back to Beasley, shot clock down to single digits. Marine watched closely by Rucker. And he traveled on his way to the rim.
Rucker's post defense has been really good in terms of help defense and when this man has the ball.
Timeout on the floor. Ibrahim Kamara ties his season high with 18, one shy of his career high. And it's a 43-36 lead for the Captains.